here with us, Coach. If you wouldn't mind, just some opening thoughts about the game, and we'll take a few questions.
Very disappointing. Certainly want to congratulate Central Florida. They competed hard, made big plays. They shot the ball well throughout the game. Got the ball in the interior. We gave up way too many interior points, too many points off of turnovers and offensive rebounds. It's the second game row where we've out-rebounded our opponent, but we've given up too many offensive rebounds. And then we had some bad possessions offensively down the stretch. You can't win games when you give up 79 points on your home court. So we've got to continue to work hard defensively. We've got to do a good job rebounding, and we just cannot make the mistakes that we made. You know, we had 18 turnovers in the game, had some crucial turnovers, had some bad possessions late. The last possession of regulation when we step out of bounds, and you know, stepped out of bounds a couple times on the baseline, just did not play as well as you have to play. You have to give them a lot of credit for the way they played. We didn't get the free throw line up. We're a good free throw shooting team, but just didn't get there.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, had you seen that before? I mean, it just looked like, was it a matter of not the awareness of not knowing where you're at, or was it just the way that the ball kind of fell to them and they just happened to be on the line? Or?
Well, we certainly were not as cerebral as we need to be with the ball.
Coach, y'all struggled to get the ball inside at times, you know, some post-entry passes. Is that something you guys are working on? Is that
yes, we want to establish, get the ball inside. Even if you get threes, throw the ball in, kick it out, penetrating pitch. You know, we talk about getting the ball to the block, getting the ball to the rim, getting to the paint, kicking it out. When you look at the three-point percentage, you look at our conference three-point percentage, it was 22% going into this game, and you know, we didn't shoot it very well tonight at all, 30%. So you know, we're not shooting the ball as well, and that happens in conference play because people are going to tighten up on you, they're going to run at you, they're not going to let you do that, and that's where you got to get the ball inside and get to the free throw line more. And you know, they hit. They just did a good job getting the ball down low. I thought we double teamed well at times, but when you play a team, any team, and they come in and they get four guys in double figures, you're going to have a long night most of the time.
Coach, both of your players mentioned second half defense, and Daniel put it as lack of concentration. Coming out of the half, they score 8 points in I think 2 minutes there. I guess that's what he was alluding to. He said that was one of the moments. I mean, is that just those stretches that they had where you had some breakdowns or maybe some not?
Well, that's a very good point by you, Joseph. I mean, that's why I called the timeout. I mean, they had 32 points, and with less than right at 2 minutes, they had 40. And we wanted to set the tone defensively. We didn't do that. We gave up 2 3-point plays, 1 3 and then 1 conventional 3-point play during that time. And it's hard to win when you give up 40 points in a half. Just hard to do it.
Coach, comment on your point guard production tonight?
No, we didn't play as well at the point. I think little Jay, he plays 21 minutes, and then Tion plays 24. And little Jay has 2 points in the game. Tion doesn't score. Tion has 1 assist, and little Jay has 4, and we've got 6 turnovers. So that's not a very good stat line for 45 minutes. They're both better players than that, both of them.
Are you considering giving Jimmy more minutes?
Well, Jimmy practices hard all the time. You know, Tion just came off having 8 assists, and JJ had 4. But we've got to take better care of the ball. I thought we had some you know, bad possessions down the stretch. Certainly did not play well in overtime at all.
So it's not the single list one play, but it's just, I guess, the last few minutes of regulation where there wasn't much scoring on your team's part. But late, it looked like Daniel said that y'all were going to set up for a play there when it was 78-75, and he didn't look at the clock, or maybe he didn't know what the time was.
Well, we called the play earlier that we wanted to run, and didn't have any timeouts left, and so we didn't quite get set up like we wanted to in that particular situation, and there's where you've got to use clock management, understand that in practice, and something we try to do where that's why we called a set when we had the previous timeout.
Where were you trying to get the ball on that last?
Well, what we want to do is set a high ball screen and then pick and pop out of it, and then be able to have a little more movement, and instead of just letting them being locked in on one guy. But you know, Daniel hit a shot like that against Texas Southern, put the game into overtime. So I know he was trying to do what he thought he could help the team to try to win.
Yeah, you guys play both zone and man-to-man in this contest. Do you think that's something you'll continue throughout the season?
Yeah, we've got to play a balance. We've got to play some zone. We've got to play some man. We're giving up too many points right now. We've got to be stingy defensively. It's got to become more important to us on every possession, and it's about a course of 40 minutes. It's over a period of time where we've got to sustain efforts.
Moving forward, Coach, I mean, obviously these last two games you had leads, you could have easily won. I mean, what did you tell the guys, or what do you do moving forward?
That's a very good point. We've had we had a lead in both these games, and we got to finish. And in order to finish, you got to be disciplined. You got to execute. And I've told the guys before, the most disappointing thing for me is just not defending better. And then a lot of times we had some really good defensive stands and couldn't get the rebound. And the other thing that I would say that really just is a telltale story of the entire game is the 50-50 ball. We got beat almost every 50-50 ball. There's very few times in the game that they didn't beat us to the loose ball, or to one that what we would call a 50-50 ball. It's up for grabs. Let's go get it. And we seem like we're just a step slow on getting them.
Time for one more question if anybody has.
Do you think the defensive struggles are partly because the team is a young team?
Well, I think part of it is we got to have the right mindset. Our guys have a lot of confidence offensively. We've got some good players down there in that locker room, but so does every other team that's going to come in here that we're going to face on the road. And you got to make it uncomfortable for them on the defensive end, and we're just not as consistent and not as determined as we need to be defensively.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.